So welcome back to my today's new video. In this video I want to talk about different fights. I'm going to deeply into those fights, even though I don't know if my point is valid, and I'm going to share my opinion with. And first I want to say that Offaly versus Ramos was pretty disappointing because I think Ramos had a possibility to make at least some movements, some good movements, and he didn't approach at that opportunity and then lost that fight, even though he had that opportunity in his own hands. The guy, I think, overestimated his ability to make it to the next level because of he wasn't able to make a good strike, but he was good in wrestling. Is the thing that he thought at the beginning, I think. And hopefully with a good performance at all, in a good shape, all the things that he made it, and he achieved it with that fight. But I mean, it was pretty disappointed by Ramos because the guy had a possibility to make a good performance, and I think the problem was that the guy was too skinny to perform at a good level, and that I think that was indeed the problem. Pinto versus Denise was interesting overall. I think the guy, Pinto's hair, was able to understand the position that he was in, and partly he created a little bit of different opportunities, different shots, different things, and he in and out in different positions that was able to quickly go out and go directly into that position, specifically over the position in Denise. On Denise, I think the guy has a great skills, a complete athlete, and knockout at the second round, if not wrong, and the guy is one of the most complete athletes that I've ever seen at that division, I think, at least at that UFC, and the guy has great shots to make it to the next level for the maybe for a title. I think the guy is able to compete for the title. I think Luque versus Alvarez was pretty disappointed because Luque didn't understand the fact that that jab of Alvarez was making a little bit of damage in his performance, and I think he didn't realize that point at the only realized that point at the second of the round. I think the guy that was creating that kind of menace in order to diminish his performance and quickly make over the position for the fight. I think both guys have problems with the performance in wrestling because they didn't capitalize, they didn't approach that opportunity that they have in that level when Alvarez was over Luque. I think at that point they have problems, both of them. Alvarez with a good jab, with a good strike, good punches, and again the point was that the thing in the Luque's head, he didn't understand that fact that dodging maybe that jab was the much wise thing to make. I think Figueroa versus Jackson, pretty flat, pretty student part of the fight. It was that like a fight. It was like a middle fight, very flat, without any kind of practice approach. I think they have a little bit of wrestling Figueroa with a little bit of wrestling over Jackson, but I didn't like that fight overall. Olivera won over Gamrot because Oliver is practically a machine, and wrestling and submission. I think the guy is able to make things that any kind of human was able to do. I think the guy has the ability to understand different positions, the different qualities of the position. I think when he realized that Gamrot had problems with that guillotine, I think the guy understood that fact and approached him with that wrestling holder and make that fight. I think the guy is amazing, understand different things. Not as much as good with the punches and striking, but the guy is a machine in wrestling, I think. That's all that I got for today. I hope you see you later. Bye.
Bowie.